Welcome back to Clean for Magic. Today we have a super fun $50 budget deck that makes your opponents draw crazy amounts of cards and you ping them for crazy amounts of damage. They can't Uno reverse this powerful deck. So let's dive into it. The commander of the deck is going to be Nekusar, the Mindrazer. So let's read him. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Nekusar the Mindrazer deals 1 damage to that player. The goal with this deck is to just drain our opponents and force them to draw cards. To accomplish this, most of the cards in the deck are around 2 main themes: card draw and burn. While your opponents might celebrate early drawing the extra cards, your commander's damage can quickly change those cheers to tears. The creatures. So there are a total of 21 creatures in the deck. In order to fit the deck's theme, all of the creatures have some form of extra card draw or burn. The burn cards are just there to help increase your commander's passive damage and guarantee the win within just a few turns. It's okay to give your opponents a little card draw before you get your commander out to really lull them into a false sense of collaboration and politicking. But once your commander hits the field, all cards are off the table and into your hand. Guess what? This deck's enchantments help with 2 things: card draw and burn. There are also a couple of other enchantments though that do kind of penalize our opponents for discarding or having an excess amount of cards in their hand. While we don't have a lot of ways to directly force our opponents to discard, with all of the card draw we are giving them, it's likely they'll need to discard a few during their end step. It's okay if they are able to avoid these punishments, but it certainly turns up the salt level for every opponent who can't. The Planeswalkers are pretty self-explanatory as to why they are in this deck. Obnixilis, however, stands out for its added benefit of having target removal. Because this deck is so specialized, it falls short in certain areas, and target removal is one of them. Obnixilis helps to maintain the theme of the deck while making it a little bit more rounded. While every card in the deck is useful, the sorceries are really where you get the most value. A majority of these sorceries can force your opponents to draw 7+ cards. If you have a few burn or damage doublers out on the battlefield, it's possible to win the game by just casting 1 or 2 sorceries. It doesn't hurt to cast some of these sorceries in the early game to just earn good favor or find your best combo pieces, but the majority of them you want to save until after your commander's out on the board. This deck has your standard red, black, and blue instants, a few counterspells, some target removal, and card draw. While there are only 5 instants in the deck, a well-timed Long River's Pull, or Terminate, can win you the game. Guess what, everybody? We finally have the budget to include mana artifacts and utility lands. Woot woot! Okay, so let's get into the artifacts. So most of these are going to be your mana stones, but we also threw in a Folio of Fancies for good measure. Folio can help bait your opponents into a false sense of security when it comes to drawing so many cards. While its activation cost might get a little bit expensive, it's a great way to spend any leftover mana that you might have. Just leave a few lands untapped to bluff a counterspell, then tap it on the end step before your turn. This deck has a total of 40 lands. Our commander is 3 colors, but we are finally at the price point where we can include a few utility lands that are more expensive than just basic lands. These help us get our color combination of mana necessary to consistently get our commander out on turn 5. Thank you so much for watching this video. We love to hear your comments and your feedback, and we actually got the idea for this budget deck tech based off of this comment that we had in a previous video. So shout out to you, Rose, for giving us the awesome idea. Now for the total, $49.08. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more budget deck techs, gameplay, and magic tips. Let me know in the comments how you tweak this deck, what budget builds you would like to see next, or a commander that you'd love to see built around. See you in the next one, Ferris community. I winked terribly. It looks like a blink. I don't think it works. That's what I did. I was like, I need your hand. Whatever, it's fine. They can't Uno reverse this card.
This card.
Shut up. This.
Obnixilis. How are you saying that?
Obnixilis.
It's Obnixilis.
Obnixilis. Okay, sorry.
Obnixilis.
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 Okay, Obnixilis. Okay.
Obnixilis.
Stop it!
Obnixilis.
The Planeswalkers are pretty self-explanatory as to why they are in this deck. Obnixilis. However...
You said it right that time.
I know, but I said it in the most monotone voice.
Obnixilis.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Guess what, everybody? We finally have the budget to include One more time. Guess what, everybody? We finally have the budget to build manifacts and utility lands. Woot woot!
You said manifacts.
Okay, stop it! Stop it! Thank you, or my boy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.